morning, everybody. Oh, sorry. Good evening, everybody. Hang on, let me turn off this background music. Hello and good evening to all of our members from Prife USA. My name is Mugi. I'm a marketing executive here at Prife Malaysia HQ, and I'm here to talk about the BioLite, which is actually one of our but the BioLite has actually been one of our top selling products worldwide. Demand has been so incredible that we have actually run out of stock in like a lot of countries, and we're all waiting for like more BioLite stock to arrive. And what is causing this like huge demand in the BioLite is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So I hope you guys are all having a good evening from wherever you're dialing in from. Even though this is a call that was meant for our US members, Prife International as an organization has a huge presence in over 80 countries and counting, and have the kind of global expansion that has given us a truly international supply chain. So I guess before we talk about the BioLite, I would like to kind of like set the frame a little bit. And in case you're wondering why there's a big bright light behind me, that is the sun. The sun has left your hemisphere and has come to mine. So, okay, how do we think about the BioLite? How do we position the BioLite? I mean, we're going to talk about the product in detail through the slides and everything, but I just kind of want to set the stage as to who we are and what we do. So, Prife International is an organization that started in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in the year 2021. We started because we had the sole exclusive global distributorship rights to the world's first and only certified, verified um, iTeraCare device that is a hot air blower, that is a terahertz emitter, that has the ability to use frequencies in order to like get your blood going and through that get your life going. So that's how we got started. And through that one product, we've managed to get our foothold in like a lot of different countries. We by our first year, we were already at 20 or so countries. We're at our third year right now, where we have a presence in 80 countries. So that's how we got started. What makes Prife International special? I mean, there are a lot of different companies out there, right? There's a lot of different companies with a lot of different products. So what makes Prife International special? What is our edge? I personally believe, and this is my personal opinion of having worked here for like the last year and having been in this industry for like the last decade, I personally believe what sets Prife International apart is our global supply chain. A lot of companies can claim to be an international company or an international corporation, but Prife International is designed as an international business, as a global business from day one for all of our independent business owners associated with us, such as yourself. In the same steps that you would take to order a product in the country that you're in for your next door neighbor are exactly the same steps that you need to take in order for you to get a product in the hands of anybody in the world. So everything that you're listening to today about the BioLite and everything that you're going to be listening in about all of the different products we have from our iTeraCare series to all of our different kind of like very unique supplementation products, everything you're listening about, keep in mind, these are applicable to every single human being in every single country in the world. If you can find a customer in any part of the world, we can get the products to their hands, we can handle their payment, they can be a part of your team, and that is what we have to offer from day one. So with that in mind, let's look at the BioLite. I'm going to pull up my slides because it's going to be a official presentation. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to open up the final maybe 15 minutes for a Q&A, and you guys can ask me anything you want. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Facebook as well. Hi to everyone tuning in from on our Facebook. We are live on Facebook as well. So if you have any questions on Facebook, hit them in the chat. I will take a look at them when we're doing the Q&A. But first, let's take a look at this BioLite, right? Let's actually take a look at this product that is so in demand that it is sold out everywhere, including, by the way, in Malaysia in our HQ. So what does this do? What's the big deal? So this is something that a lot of us are very familiar with, right? Like there's like a lot of people right now who are sick, who are falling sick. But even if you think about the condition of the human body, there was a time when the human body was just able to function out of the food that it gets and the lifestyle that it lives. The human body lived in the kind of lifestyle and ate the kind of food and lived in the kind of environment. And this was, I want to say, this lifestyle predates civilization. And we were able to just live in harmony with our body and nature. But now, due to a lot of things that are happening, like in our lifestyle, for example, we are living very sedentary lifestyles now. And I mean, let's consider a few things, right? Like, why do we need to move our body? Like we have been designed with this body. Like this body can do a lot of cool things. Why do we need to move it? Because one of the things that happens when you move your body, you expand and you contract your muscles, that gets your blood to flow. And when your blood is flowing, when you're moving, your blood is flowing, your all of these cells in your body are getting oxygen, you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy. And one of the things that a lot of people are suffering from right now is the fact that due to the very fundamental lifestyle thing that we are now largely sedentary people, we don't move around as much. The food that we eat would probably like I know it's a bit of a joke, but like imagine going back like 30,000 years ago and finding a caveman and giving him like any kind of food that we eat today. Like just imagine how foreign that would be for him. Like imagine if you go to a guy and you give him a pizza. Like I don't know if pizza is a great example. Maybe if you go to a guy and you give him like Doritos, like give him nachos or something. You give him something, you give him a Pop Tart. Imagine going back to caveman days and giving him a Pop Tart, and he's just gonna be like, "What is this?" And he's gonna get hooked on it immediately because these are food that are designed to make you keep eating them. But as a result, a lot of 70% of the population of the world, and I don't know if this is an accurate statistic, but it's definitely like the real number is probably equivalent to this, if not more. To be honest, I don't know a single person who doesn't suffer from at least one of these, whether they deal with menstrual irregularities, feeling cold, experiencing chilly extremities, just having stomach discomfort in general. Because if you think about it, we do give our stomach a lot of food that it was never designed to digest. A joint discomfort, body heaviness, feeling heavy, being heavy. These are things that are not great for the joints and not great for the human body in general. Occasional focus issues, forgetfulness, tiredness, mood swings, and head discomfort. This I think everyone deals with, like being occasionally forgetful, having a hard time locking in and just focusing, just having some mood swings, being a little bit tired. So people around the world across various different cultures have tried to come up with their own methodology of understanding the human body. And the ways, the words, the ideas that they use to describe the human body has always been different according to the various cultures that came up with these ideas, right? So, for example, like, I mean, even if you want to look at it from a completely independent, non-cultural thing, think about like m- mushroom knowledge, right? There's a ton of mushrooms out there, some of which you can eat, some of which will kill you. It has taken humanity, all of humanity itself, in order to figure out through experimentation which of these mushrooms work and which of these don't. This is a body of knowledge that has been passed down from like medicine man to medicine man, shaman to shaman. And now that we no longer live in like medicine man shamanistic worlds, it has been passed down from like mushroom forager to mushroom forager. And they have their own words, their own like terminology to describe things that may be unique to whatever culture is coming up with this body of knowledge, but it is still a body of knowledge that is using the best metaphors that they can come up with before the invention of like microscopes, before the invention of like actually being able to analyze and like numerically measure body temperature and things like that. Everything was relative. One's body felt hotter or colder, and that was very much a personal sensation and not something that you can numerically measure with a thermometer, right? So these bodies of knowledge, whether you want to talk about like Ayurvedic understanding of the body that describes the body in terms of like three different things, like all according to Ayurvedic food understanding, for example, all human body is either like, I am butchering this, I have no idea about this. I read this in a book, but like Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which is like some people have fire bodies, some people have air bodies, and like stuff like that. And these are stuff that if you were to think about it literally from the perspective of a modern scientific human being that grows up in this civilization built by technology on the 9th of September 2024, you're gonna be like fire body, air body, dampness, you know. But you got to think about all of this from the right framework. So all of these are methodology, like metaphors used to describe what's happening in the human body with the idea of getting the body back to optimal health. And in traditional Chinese medicine, how you feel about heat and cold, how heaty or like cold you you personally feel in relation to your environment is like the root cause of everything. They think everything boils down to that. And if whether you're like feeling cold, I guess that all that can also be metaphorically understood by me, a modern person with no education in traditional Chinese medicine, is that like if you feel like sick, if you're falling sick, you always feel like a bit cold, you want to like kind of like snuggle under the blanket. Maybe that could be part of the things that led to the metaphor. So, and according to traditional Chinese medicine, how you go from a healthy body to a body where your body is actively breaking down and trying to destroy itself is that it all starts from what they call deficiency, which I am translating to meaning you just feeling like bleh. And we've all felt bleh once in a while, right? We've all had this feeling, this lack of stamina, lack of energy, just feeling tired, feeling weak. And that, in the way that traditional Chinese medicine thinks about it, that deficiency is the first start of what you start to feel. And then you're going to start to feel what they describe as cold, which is like you're having cold extremities, right? Your hands are cold, your feet are cold, your body feels cold, and that leads to what they call dampness, which is you just feeling like heavy, like lethargic, like your body just feels like it's 1,000 pounds heavier. And that leads to what they call condensation, which they describe as a poor qi circulation. So qi is the Chinese word for energy or life force, which is something that they used to describe as a fundamental flow in the human body. Which I guess if you think about it metaphorically, understanding that we are now humans in 2024 trying to apply a scientific way of thinking into these metaphors. But think about a person like 6,000, 7,000 years ago. Like you cut into the body, there's blood, but it's not necessarily obvious that the blood flow all over the body is connected. It's not necessarily obvious that the different organs have a different thing. But it is obvious that there is a difference between a live person and a dead person. And there is a difference between a person who is low energy and a person who is high energy. So I guess they metaphorically understood that to mean that there is a life flow within the human body, which if it is like good and like flowing like a river well in the body without any holdups anywhere, you as a person are experiencing the sensation of being like good and strong and like confident and like, you know, a functional, positive minded human being. And when you start to like kind of be a bit down, your body feels heavy, everything feels cold, feel a lack of stamina, you're probably a bit depressed as well. So you're like mentally down as well. This they understanding it through that metaphor describe as like poor chi, poor flow. Like whatever's going on in your body, that thing is not flowing right. And we now understand from a biological perspective that the best idea to understand that is to think about in terms of blood flow. Like blood flows all over your body, your blood carries oxygen, your blood carries a lot of things. Good blood flow all over the body means all of your cells are getting oxygen, your cells can make ATP energy, blood is flowing. If that flow becomes stopped, even for a second in your brain, that is basically a stroke. Cells will start to die immediately without constant flow of blood. So, chi flow, energy flow, and blood circulation, I think can be metaphorically understood to it's metaphorically in the same box. So when you start to feel deficient, you feel a lack of stamina, and then you start to feel like cold extremities in your body, then you start to feel damp. Like a damp cloth is heavy, right? And when you're feeling low energy, you just feel heavy. So it's you feel damp. And then there's poor flow circulation in your body that's leading to stagnation, which then leads to stasis, which is like poor blood circulation and metabolism. Basically, all of the flow parts are just like a river with a lot of stuff in it getting blocked, and that goes straight to a blockage, which is basically that, and that flow has stopped. And this is not like a literal stop in your blood flow, right? Because this is like, I mean, if it was a literal stop in your blood flow, like a lot of people have blood clots, and a lot of people have blood clots that cause them pain or discomfort in certain parts of their body. So these are all just metaphors of like understanding what's going on. And they say once you start to feel these blockages, and then you start getting tumors, which are like abnormal growth, and then these tumors just start going crazy, and like you are sick, and probably close to death. So from the metaphorical perspective of traditional Chinese medicine, all of this starts from deficiency, cold, and dampness. So it is with that understanding that there is this idea that if you can stimulate the blood flow at your feet, and of course, like there's blood flow all over the body. Reflexology ideas look at the blood flow points on the palms of your hand and the soles of your feet as the primary way of stimulating this blood flow in your body. Acupuncture uses meridian points all over your body to stimulate that flow all over your body. Our iTeraCare range of devices uses terahertz frequency in order to improve that blood flow all over the body. And the BioLite uses terahertz frequency, pulsed electromagnetic frequencies, and heat in order to stimulate the blood flow at your feet, and then from that working on up. So that's how all of these products fit together. And that is why, even though, like, because sometimes if you don't have these concepts in your head, like, I may have more of an understanding around them because I've been working with people like who actively are traditional Chinese medicine experts in our company. And I'm trying to understand these metaphors from them because it's foreign for me as well. But if you understand the metaphors, then you also understand that like these bodies of knowledge are far, far, far older than like modern civilization, right? These bodies of knowledge that we're talking about that talk about Renee, I'll get to your question, that talk about how everything flows in the body. They're old. They're very effective metaphors for describing what's happening in the human body. And that is why even when you use the bio and the BioLite, even though you may not be able to describe using like terminologies or words that exist within your framework of understanding like biology, you will still feel the effect that you are experiencing. Okay, I just want to check in with everyone. I just got a comment saying that the sound is low. If my volume is good, I would like you guys to like give me a thumbs up or something. And I can also like speak up a little bit. But I'm just checking in with everyone. Thanks, Ina. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right. So now, with that understanding, that is why we have a device that applies terahertz frequency, pulsed electromagnetic fields, and also heat to the soles of your feet in order to warm them up. And through that, supporting your circulation in your body, the the metabolic activities in your body, and overall well-being. And this is something that we can also understand from like a biological, like a Western biological perspective, because we know from like Da Vinci slicing into the human body. I don't know if it's Da Vinci, but I remember like him just like doing a bunch of autopsies and like drawing different parts of the human body. But we understand from people who have taken the effort to like slice into cadavers and like look at what's going on under the skin, that blood flow in the entire body is connected. There is no like independent loop highway of blood flow that exists in and for itself. Everything in the body is one system. So by improving the blood flow at your feet, it actually does have an effect all over your body. And that is where the BioLite comes in. So the BioLite emits terahertz frequencies, which is the same frequency range that our iTeraCare devices emit as well. It has a graphene ray, which is that heat thing that comes out, sinusoidal energy, and uh, it is the synchron. Okay, let me see if I can explain this in a less metaphorical way. So if you want to look at like checking time, all right. So if you want to take a look at the biology of how like the iTeraCare devices work, right? They emit terahertz frequency, the frequency is being absorbed. Why do we use the terahertz wave range specifically? Because it's non-ionizing, right? It can penetrate through anything that's non-conductive, and is absorbed by things that are conductive, like water, which is what our body is also made of. So when you expose your body to that terahertz frequency range, this water in our cells basically absorb it through that resonant frequency. They start vibrating at this high level that is the natural frequency range of the human body. That is the natural vibrational range of all of our cells when they're healthy. So we're like getting the body cells to like vibrate back at the level that they need to be at. So this is metaphorically described as synchronicity. It's when one entity's rhythm aligns with another of a similar frequency, creating a harmonious interaction. And this is metaphorically when you are with someone that you're just so synchronous with, like could be your best friend, it could be your partner, and you're in an environment and you're having a moment, and it's just like you're basically in the same world. It is also in a less metaphorical way when you expose your human body to these frequencies, and that being the natural high vibrational state of the human body, all of the cells in your body start vibrating back to that level. So it's synchronicity metaphorically, it's also synchronicity literally in terms of how your blood is flowing in your body. Pulsed electromagnetic fields are actually like one of the first ideas that went in, like one of the first times that frequency therapy has been tested scientifically, and also it's one of the first like actual modern understanding documentation of like frequencies and the effect they have in the human body. And with that, in our iTeraCare presentation, we also quote a NASA paper that talks about pulsed electromagnetic frequencies. So pulsed electromagnetic field therapy uses this same thing, right? It exposure to a specific pulse electromagnetic field, and just so you guys can read along, I'm reading from here. Exposure to a specific pulse electromagnetic field, or PEMF, has been shown to produce analgesic effects in human organisms, and in a randomized, double-blind, sham-controlled clinical trial, patients with chronic generalized discomfort from fibromyalgia or chronic localized musculoskeletal or inflammatory discomfort were exposed to a pulsed electromagnetic field through a portable device fitted to their head during twice daily 40-minute treatment over 7 days. The result is prominent. So the idea being that you're sending out these frequencies through the human body, they get the body back to the level it's supposed to be. It has a discomfort reducing effect in the human body, and continuous long-term exposure doing this is what gets you results. So in this specific example, they had a portable device, and uh, I'm just imagining like a football helmet, like a portable device fitted to their head during twice daily 40-minute treatments over 7 days. That is the start of the idea that running pulse electromagnetic fields around your body can produce these effects that reduce discomfort and assist in long-term rejuvenation and recovery of the body. And that is what has led to all of this. So letting pulsed electromagnetic fields run through your body helps to improve blood flow in the small microcirculating blood vessels in your body, your body's immune response, the quality of your sleep, any discomfort that you may have problems, issues with your bones, health, weight management, neurological movement, age-related concerns, and blood sugar disorders. And okay, just kind of talks about the same thing. So let's like explore also like trying to think about it in a very physical biological sense, how this has that effect in your body, right? So what do we do when we do this? This is a device that you've seen. It looks like this. You stick your feet on it, like left feet on the left side, left foot on the left side, right foot on the right side, and then you turn it on. It will not turn on unless it detects like feet on it. So, and then what it does, once it has both feet, not just one foot, like both feet on both sides, then it starts sending these frequencies through your body. And it kind of needs to be both feet, and it needs to be you putting your foot flat on it and not like putting like a point. Because like you want to increase the surface area that's like exposed to it. And through that, you are sending these frequencies up to your body, right? And when you're doing that, what's happening is that your blood flow starts improving. It's the same kind of effect as using the iTeraCare, except the difference is that trying to do anything with your body with the iTeraCare is active, right? You have to pick it up, you have to turn it on, you have to like hold it and move it over your body. But at the same time, as a result, it is also targeted in the sense that you have a sore shoulder, you can use it on your shoulder. You want to do something with your knees, you can use it on your knees. You can focus on your hips or your spine. You can move it around and hit the parts that you want greatest effectivity in. The bio and the BioLite, I mean the BioLite and also the bio, it does the same thing, but it's not targeted. But at the same time, it's not active use, it's passive use. So with the iTeraCare, you can use it actively where you're having a problem. And if you keep using it consistently twice a day for half an hour each time, you're gonna see like you're gonna see you're gonna see effects you cannot deny within 3 to 4 weeks. With the bio and the BioLite, it's the same effect, but it's less targeted. You're just putting your feet on it and you're expecting the improvement in blood flow in your feet to carry through your entire body, which it will because the blood flow in your entire body is connected, but it's not targeted. If you have a sore shoulder, you can't like pick up the bio or the BioLite and put it on your shoulder, you know what I mean? So it has a different use case, but it is also passive. So I know people who have the iTeraCare, but they don't use it. They don't use it because they're just like, oh man, I gotta like do that. Oh, you know. So for people like that, I recommend that they just get the bio or the BioLite. Because with this, you get the same effect of improving your blood flow, but now you can do it passively. Just put the device in front of your TV and like every time you watch the news, during like your 30-minute rage, like during your 30-minute rage half an hour segment, just like put your feet on it and like put your feet on it and watch the news and let it like tell you about what's happening, or use it when you're watching TV, use it when you're working. You can't use it when you're driving because it needs like wall power, but you can just like put it in front of the TV and So the two places I recommend people keep it, and again, you can put it anywhere you want. But like in terms of building a routine, I tell people to just keep it in front of their TV or under their work table. Because if it's under your work table, assuming you don't work in an office, like if you have a home office, it's perfect. If you work in an office, and I don't think you want to be taking off your socks with with your colleagues around, right? But if you're at home, just like put your feet on it and just let that improve your blood flow. To see the kind of changes you cannot deny, like to see the kind of like mind-blowing effects in your body that you can hear from other people, it could take you a bit longer than the iTerra Care, right? Like, because the iTerra Care is targeted, this one is not. But because this one is not targeted, it's passive, it's easier to use, it's easier to incorporate into your daily routine. And whether you want to improve your blood flow with the iTerra Care or with the Bio or the BioLite, it's not going to blow your mind unless you use it consistently across a certain period of time. With the Bio and the BioLite, it's just easier to set that into your routine, because the effects that it has, it now includes the far infrared rays, which also warms the skin, enhances blood flows, like all of these effects that especially with the whole age defying beauty thing, body cleanliness, metabolism support, dispelling cold and dampness, all of this are effects that you get from long-term consistent use. I've made this, like I tend to talk about this a lot, like we don't have magic miracle devices. We also don't have placebo devices. We don't have the kind of devices that work only because we've convinced you to that it works. If that is why it works, it will work from day one. But when you improve your blood flow, whether you do it from buying a device or going jogging for an hour a day, if improving your overall body condition by improving your blood flow, you cannot see changes within a day. It's not enough for you to use it for you to just like run or go to the gym for 2 minutes. You got to go for like half an hour for 40 minutes. It's not enough for you to go to the gym like whenever you want, like today, next week, 2 weeks after that. You got to go every day. And you're not going to see any changes from like one day of going to the gym. You need to be going for at least 2 to 3 weeks before you can see the kind of accumulated changes that are the kind of changes that you see when you want to improve your body condition by improving your blood flow. Our devices work along the same principles. So it's not just a matter of convincing you that it works. You have to use it consistently, or what our devices do, whether you improve your blood flow through the BioLite and the Bio or through the iTerra Care series. What all these do is that they replace, supplement, add on to your physical exercise, your physical activity. Like if you don't have the capacity to go running under the hot sun for like an hour each time, twice a day, you can use our devices. But you still have to use it consistently. And whether you want to talk about how this device can support your immune health, reduce redness, supports body cleanliness, which is like all of these are accumulated long-term effects. Like, you improve your blood flow, all the cells in your body get enough oxygen, your metabolism is improving, your circulation, your flow is improving, which also has a direct effect on like your colon cleansing. Some people poop a lot better once they start improving their blood flow, like metabolism support in terms of increasing your endurance, muscle vitality, healthy fat metabolism for your skin, the beauty bit, the age defying bit, and all of this. Up to this point, we are describing effects that you get when you use the device across a period of time, like 3 weeks, a month. The advantage of the BioLite and the Bio over the iTeraca is that it's easier to set these into a routine. But the additional advantage of using heat for infrared rays is that heat, like as with the iTeraca as well, right? Heat also has the direct effect of soothing muscle discomfort. So for a lot of people who are suffering from like calf discomfort, leg discomfort, maybe you've had like a long day, you've been very active, you've been on your feet a lot, and your feet are just not doing well, and you just want to get off your feet as soon as possible because they're just uncomfortable. The far infrared rays, the heat has like I don't want to say immediate, but shorter term effect on like helping you manage that discomfort in your body, especially for like muscle discomfort. So using this at the start of your day improves your blood flow and kind of like peps you up to like face your day. Using this at the end of your day just relaxes all of your muscles, eases all of your discomforts, gets your blood flowing, and just gets you feeling like that. So the I can get to the question that Renee had. The difference between the BioLite and the Bio. So the BioLite and the Bio, they do the same thing. The Bio does one extra thing. The Bio also emits negative ions. So the Bio, when you use the Bio, it has like a little hood over it. That hood is emitting tons of negative ions, and I should quantify tons. It's some million. It's in our documentation. It's in our slides. These are not the bio slides. These are the bio light slides. So I don't have that information like right here on the screen. But the bio also emits negative ions. So as a result, when you use it, it's helping to like if you have like athlete's foot or like foot fungus or like anything going on there, it's helping to like sanitize, I guess, or like just like kill all of those stuff growing on your feet. If you have smelly feet, it's gonna help with that a lot. It's gonna also help to like improve your blood flow through the negative ions as well. It's like it's like the bio is a bio light crossed with an ion shield for your feet. Uh so in terms of directions, I'm gonna get there. And okay, I'm having a few questions, and I'm just gonna get to these questions now because they're kind of like kind of relevant. So the our manufacturer's recommendation is that if you have anything installed in your body, for you to not use it. This is our manufacturer recommendation entirely from a liability thing, where they're like, because they're distributing it to us and we're sending it worldwide, and we don't know what people are going to have in their body when they use it. And entirely from a liability perspective, their answer has been if you have anything in your body, do not use it. Okay. So that is my official answer, Prife hat on, as on behalf of the manufacturer and the company. That said, Prife hat off. Over the last year, we have met a lot of people who have been using these devices, and a lot of them have shared to me their personal experiences. Now, individual anecdotes are not the same as like general recommendations, right? What I'm describing here are entirely individual anecdotes that are stories of that are experience shared by people who have used this, and this may or may not be valid for you. The manufacturer recommendation is that anyone with anything installed in their body do not use it, right? Individuals have come to me and have shared their specific personal experience that they have had like stents or like stuff in their body, and without knowing that the BioLite and the Bio has these restrictions, they've used it and they didn't feel anything wrong. So I understand that just like with the iTeraCare, the manufacturer liability restrictions are all entirely based on like liability and also from like use cases as well. So officially, what I would say is that if you have anything installed in your body, like if you have a stent installed in your body, or if you have a cataract lens insertion, our manufacturer recommends that you do not use the Bio or the BioLite. I have had personal sharing from individuals who say that with the lowest setting, like just putting it at 1, it still has that discomfort reducing effect for their feet, but they don't feel like it's overwhelming. And that, I believe, is a pretty good general takeaway for everyone, especially when it comes to like ideal setting and time. So when you start using it, the timer counts down from 30 minutes. Like when you put your feet on it, it turns on. You'll see the number 30 and the number 01. The number 30 is a countdown timer that will go from 30, 29, 28, all the way to like 0. The manufacturer's recommended use time is 30 minutes. You can use it for less if you want. We're not police here, but like the manufacturer's recommended use time is 30 minutes. That's like one session, so to speak. The numbers that go from 1 to 10 is the intensity setting. So I recommend that everybody start out with a 1, and remember that the intensity setting is a personal comfort setting. It's not like we're chasing to go to 10, right? It's not like 1 is boo and 10 is cool. It's not the Olympics. It is just how you feel. If so, the manufacturer did not say specifically not to use with any specific thing. They just gave a general recommendation that anyone with anything installed in their body to not use the bio or the bio light. Also, going back to the heat thing, the comfort setting, uh okay, there we go. Okay. The comfort setting is entirely based on how you feel. So if 1 is okay for you, keep it at 1. And then you can go to like 2, 3, 4, 5 based on how you feel. Some people never leave 1. Some people go to 3 and then they don't go any higher. I use it at 10 all the time because I don't know, I guess I have like hobbit feet or something, probably calluses. Like it doesn't really bother me that much, the heat. So I like to use it at 10. I feel like it feels great at 10. Like just like it's like putting your feet on like hot stones, it's kind of comforting. But if you have sensitive skin, then start at 1 and see how you feel. And remember, it's not a game, it's not the Olympics. We're not chasing to get to number 10. We're just seeing how we feel. The idea being that we want you to use this every single day. And the BioLite, like we have patterns on it and all that stuff I've said before. Test reports. Oh, yeah, test reports. So these are results that specify that they emit terahertz frequencies at these spectrums. This is that it
这
does
是我
not
们测
emit.
试辐射的检
I don't understand Chinese either. This is that it does not emit EMF frequencies or it's low. So these are low, and then they compare it to a cell phone, which is like crazy high. Okay. So this is just an example that it does not emit negative electromagnetic frequencies. Who needs it the most? Am I at the end of my slide? Oh, I'm at the end of my slide. All right, we're gonna go to like Q&A in a bit, but here's the idea. We want you, okay, so the fundamental philosophy of Prife International is that we believe, I mean, it's not like a we believe thing, but like the idea is that everything that is wrong with the human body up to the point where your organs break down and then you kind of like need severe medical attention. Everything else in your body, the suboptimal health issues can be improved by improving your blood flow. And that is something that used to only be done through like direct contact therapy. But over the last decade or two, we have, through research into this field, we have found that you can also improve your blood flow by using frequencies. And we pride ourselves in coming out with high technology products that are like on the cutting edge of like the of therapeutic understanding of the human body. And we pride ourselves in being able to make it available through our global supply chain to anybody in the world. Products that are certified, patented, tested, proven with like testimonials from not just people from one country, but people from all of the countries that we're in. And we're trying to like democratize this idea that blood flow, that improved blood flow and improved health can be for everybody, not just fit people. Like even if you don't have the physical ability to go for a run and improve blood flow, you can now use technology The way flashlights changed the game for people who wanted light in darkness. Now the iTeraCare and our Bio series are changing the game for those who want to improve their blood flow without, even if they don't have the physical capacity to go out and push their body and do it. However you do it, wherever you do it, we just want you to use it every single day to see results that you cannot deny. Can take a bit of time, sometimes a month, sometimes a couple months. Like relief from discomfort and stuff like that is like within the first couple of users, but like long term, like it's just like going jogging. Think about it. Like think about using this device as replacing one workout session. So if you use it every day, you work out every day, for you to see the kind of changes that you cannot deny is going to take a month or two. But if you can work out every day for a month or two, you are going to see the changes that you cannot deny. Now, instead of working out and pushing your body through it, we have a way that you can get similar results just by putting your feet on a device while you're watching TV. So it's great for everyone, but also especially like people who are getting older, people who naturally have cold extremities, people who work in the office all the time, people with like things going on in their body. It's suitable for the office. It's great for like a wellness center. Imagine if you have a spa, if you have a nail salon, you can offer this as an add-on service. And that is the bio light and also the bio. So I'm going to open up the floor for questions. We have about 12 more minutes. Uh, Thanks for listening to my Prife talk. I'm going to, okay, so we have a question from Annie that asked about what is the ideal setting and ideal time for daily use. There is no single ideal setting that is entirely based on your comfort and your skin and how you feel. Um, you can start at a 1. The ideal time, like the manufacturer recommended time, is like 30 minutes, which is like that one session. So if you can do it for the full 30 minutes, that would be great. You can start at a 1 and then work your way up and see how you feel. And you don't even have to work your way up. Like as long as you use it, if you work your way up, like the increased heat, the increased frequency intensity probably has a increased effect in improving your blood flow. But using it at a 1 every day is way better than using it at a 5, but using it once a week. So that's where we're coming from. Okay, I just allowed people to unmute. So if you want to ask me a question by unmuting, you can now do that. We've got 10 minutes. Also, do you guys want to see my cat? I assume yes. Okay. So this is Dorito. I am fostering him. Is it like the so we have a question from Joy. Is the BioLite like the iTera where we can't take a bath within 4 hours after using the bio? Um, that is not a rule, I would say, but kind of a recommended setting. It's more like you've improved your blood flow, and then you go get a shower, get a cold shower, and you kind of like dampen all of that back in. Uh, I would not say that not you taking a bath for 4 hours after using the bio or the bio light is a rule, but it is probably, it is definitely a recommendation in terms of making the effects more effective for you as you use it every day. I hope that helps. There should be a recording on Facebook. I believe that we are going live on Facebook. And oh yes, I wanted to check if we have any questions on Facebook. Let me go take a look at Prife USA. Although and also if you guys are listening on Zoom, if you haven't joined our Facebook, please go ahead and do so. We're on Facebook. Okay, so there have been a few questions here. So I see a question from Tita Felma. How about people with 2 screws attached in bones? Can they use the iTeraBio Lite? They can, the manufacturer recommends that they do not. And in fact, if you have screws attached in your body, it's probably not a good idea to like run frequencies and stuff through your body because like screws are probably conductive. I don't know what material the screws are made of. Like if they're like made from conductive materials, if they're made from like heat absorbing materials, I think it's just a better idea to not use it. Like a manufacturer recommendation, a liability thing, but also just like it's probably the better idea. We have a question from Mary Chua. Do we need to drink 2 cups of warm water before and after the session like the one? Um, it is recommended, but also again, not a rule per se. It's also along the same metaphors of like as you improve your blood flow, if you like imagine if you don't use the BioLite, but you go for a walk every day for half an hour, right? Going for a walk every day for half an hour is going to help to dehydrate your body as well because your body is like you're sweating, your body is putting out more water, and if you don't drink any water, then going for a walk every day could end up dehydrating you. So, as a general recommendation, we do recommend that as you're improving your blood flow with the wand, with the bio, with the BioLite, to just drink some water beforehand and drink some water after. If the water that you're drinking is wanded or structured, so the anything that is conductive absorbs the frequencies, right? So water is conductive, and when you wand the water, this makes the water molecules vibrate more, turning them into smaller clusters that absorb faster into your body. They assist with hydration, but also always remember that like your body is should be hydrated all the time. So just drinking water in general is like a very good thing. If you're very hydrated, you may not necessarily need to drink 2 cups of water as a rule before you use it, but just stay hydrated. What? So we have a question from Alfie. What's the difference if we don't turn on the graphene? Is it more effective if we turn on the graphene all the time? So the graphene is a heat thing, and the heat thing has its own effects. That is, I'm going to see if I can, if my slides are still open. I think they are. Nice. The graphene is this bit. Ta, 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 ta. Oops. Yeah, the graphene is this bit. The graphene and the far infrared rays and the heat has the greatest effect in like elevating your discomfort. So if you're using it because you just had like a long day, you've been walking around a lot, your feet feel very uncomfortable, they just want to like take your weight off your feet, then having the graphene is going to have like a uh, quick, it's going to be more effective at like elevating your discomfort. You don't have to like it's probably more effective from that sense if you turn on the graphene all the time. But you know, if you don't feel like turning on the graphene, that's why we gave you the option. You can always like turn it off a couple of times. If you don't feel like having the heat, just the frequencies and like having that thing going on. Everything that you're going to see will come from long-term consistent use of our products and not just a single one-time use causing like mind-blowing effects. So if you want to turn off the graphene sometimes, that's cool. You want to turn it on sometimes, that's cool. Just keep using it. You're welcome, Alfie. We have 4 more minutes that I can take questions. Anyone who wants to unmute, they can do so and ask me your questions. I'm going to take another look at Facebook. Uh, Thank you to everyone on Facebook who have been joining. Oh, wow, we have 41 comments here. Sorry, I've just been looking at. Wait, how do I? Okay. I see that there are 41 comments on Facebook, but I can only view 4. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. My pleasure, Bubbles. It is my pleasure to give you the best information I have. I don't know if we have more questions on Facebook though. Uh, all right. So we have 4 minutes left in this presentation. Do we have any questions? Anything on your mind? Can we use cell phones or wear bangles while using it? Uh, Manufacturer recommendation is no. But Prife hat off, my individual personal anecdote. I am always on my phone when I have the BioLite going on at like flashing at 10. It has not seemed to have affected me that much. But then again, I also drink a lot of coffee, and some people tell me that's not a good thing to do. So I guess like your mileage may vary. We all like I use it while watching TV. Every time I'm using it, I'm like using the phone. I'm not making calls actively, but I'm just like that. So if it makes you feel uncomfortable, don't. If you are more sensitive to like electromagnetic frequencies, because some people are like way more sensitive to like cell phones and stuff like that. If you are the kind of person who can pick up stuff from like cell phones and stuff like that, maybe don't use it. Always put your comfort at the forefront while you use our products, because remember, at the end of the day, like, these are all products designed to assist you in improving your blood flow. And we just want you to use them every day. So use it in any way that makes you feel comfortable. Uh, Inner Grace, I see that you've unmuted, but before you come to your question, let me just get to Joy's question. Can we use the bio more than once a day, like 2 to 3 times a day, 30 minutes each time? Yes, I do it. Like, okay, so this is my personal experience in using it, and I guess I'm kind of like pushing the envelope to like see what can be done. I tend to use it at 10, and I do like 2 to 3 sessions in a row, and it has been okay for me. This is not manufacturer recommendation. Manufacturer recommendation is probably like use it like 2, 3 times a day, like one time in the morning, one time in the evening, maybe one time in the afternoon, 30 minutes each time. But I've also kind of like personally pushed the envelope, and I've seen that even if you do take it to like the ends of like where you are supposed to be doing it, it's still okay. It hasn't seemed to have that bad of an effect, or any effect, to be honest. Because I use it personally when my feet are uncomfortable. I've been walking around a lot. I just want to like take my weight off my feet. Then I just like, even if I'm in office, I just like get a bio or a bio light from the demo people in the office, and I just use it. I probably shouldn't be saying this on a recording, but I tend to do that in office all the time. I love it. It works great for me. Um, I believe it is okay to use it while working on a computer. Manufacturer recommendations is that you like isolate yourself and like don't have any electronics or don't have any metal, and like just use it in a pure experience. But I always use it in my office while working on my laptop, while like scrolling reels. I think it's okay. I may not be a standard reference. Remember that your mileage may vary. Put be cautious as you use it. Put your comfort at the forefront. Start at the lower settings and work your way up. If you use it just by itself at the lower setting the first time you use it, and then try to like be on your phone, see how you feel. If you're not feeling like it's a great experience, then just like keep it aside and just have that pure experience. If it seems to be okay for you, then I would say you can go ahead. Susan, I'll get to your question now. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. We can use it in our polluters
I was
or
sorry.
cataract. Sir, we can use it the iTeraBio for the polluters or cataract in the eyes.
Are you asking about the iTeraCare?
Yes.
Okay, so um, okay, thanks for your question, Susan. Is that all? Is that your only question?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So for the iTeraca, and I'll just get to it because it is a valid question. Our recommendations is that if you have like anything implanted in your body, to not use it directly over the part where your body is. Like to not use it. I floaters. I don't know if she asked about. I think So Susan, you can clarify your question. I think you were asking about if you have anything like cataracts or stuff like in your eyes. So our recommendation for the iTera Care is that if you have anything externally installed within your body, do not use it directly above that part. So if you have lenses installed in your eyes from cataract surgery, then do not use it directly over your eyes, but you can use it on other parts of your body. Uh, if you were asking about floaters, then it could help. I do see floaters sometimes. I've never used it uh for my floaters. Okay. The Facebook page where this and all of our recordings are is our official, oops, sorry, is our official Prife USA Facebook page at www.facebook.com/PrifeUSA. This conversation is recorded. It is streaming live on Facebook right now. We have a lot of other conversations that are recorded and on Facebook as well. We share a lot of information about other meetings that are coming up. And right now, actually, like at 10 p.m. Eastern time, uh John Scavola, our a two-star manager in Prife International USA, is doing a talk on quantum scalar energy on Zoom as well. And I'm gonna wrap up this call, so if you want to go join in that call, you can. And like we also have a lot of these things going on. So the USA Facebook page is gonna be like the best platform to get all of our latest information. Uh, we do not give specific recommendations in terms of any specific health issues that you may have. And also spraying iTeraCare water on you, on your eyes is also a really good thing. So, okay, I believe that's it. Thank you to everybody for joining in this call. Thank you, Yilan. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everyone on Facebook as well. So if you're on Facebook, I am seeing, I don't know how to check this. There's a fair number of people on Facebook tuning in. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone, and have a great, great, great week. Bye bye.